What's good, whammin' and gentle whammin'? Welcome back to another episode of the Glupshido Power Hour. Today we're talking about Total VShojo Death, but before we get into that, I want to give you a bit of context. Personally, I never really liked VShojo much as a company. About 4 years ago, there was a doxer who was impersonating VShojo. They got several VTubers doxed and swatted. It was a huge thing. Nuxtaku worked with VShojo and the police to get the situation taken care of, and once the doxer was in police custody, made a video to inform the public as to what was going on behind the scenes. If memory serves, VShojo thanked him, but they didn't inform the VTubers of what happened, so they went after Nux, saying that he went forward and uploaded the video without permission, and what he was doing was endangering VTubers. VShojo tried to make it seem like it was all Nux's fault. It was a huge mess. There's a great video made by Turkey Tom where it goes over the whole situation. I highly recommend you watch it if you're looking to get informed on that drama. After that whole shit show, they just seemed like a crappy company, but I still enjoyed watching Iron Mouse collabs, CDawg VA, all the other stuff, and I also enjoyed some of the other VShojo talents. I can't think of any off the top of my head because it's been a couple of years since I last watched them. Well, about 4 years later, and Iron Mouse has left the company. In her video, Why I Left VShojo, she alleges that she is owed a significant amount of money, but the more poignant claim is that VShojo owes the Immune Deficiency Foundation $500,000. Of course, it's terrible that they owe any charity that much money. It should have been paid out regardless, but this is so significant to Mouse because she has common variable immune deficiency, also known as CVID. The Immune Deficiency Foundation is the reason she is alive to this day, entertaining so many people, so of course it would sting if her corporation backstabbed her and lied about where the charity money was going.
I am leaving VShojo. Unfortunately, I recently found out that for the past couple of months, I have been misled by VShojo. With the information that I currently have, I believe that I am owed a significant amount of funds, which I have not been paid. And most importantly, the thing that hurts me the most is that the Immune Deficiency Foundation, which is the most important charity to me, and also the reason why I'm here today, is owed over $500,000 from VShojo.
Absolutely vile. Unfortunately, Mouse can't share all the details. She is listening to the advice of her lawyers, but she was able to share that the company essentially guilt-tripped her into staying with them because the company relied on her as their biggest pull.
But for right now, here's what I am allowed to share with you. I would always be told how important I was for the company, and I was always told that I was needed in order for the company to succeed. Although that was very positive to hear, it put a lot of pressure and a lot of stress on me to the point where I felt guilt-tripped into signing. I felt responsible for everybody. I felt responsible for staff and talent alike. And I felt like if I didn't do this and if I didn't stay, I was hurting everybody and I was destroying everybody's life.
Mousy then went on to explain that staying with the company was beneficial to her because the company handled all of her finances and it provided a layer of anonymity that she wouldn't have as an indie VTuber.
As time went on, I decided that I wanted to try to start pulling out my remaining funds because I wanted to start taking over my own finances. This is what led me to this point. Because of the success of my first subathon, I decided to donate half the earnings of my following 2 subathons to the Immune Deficiency Foundation. The first time I tried this, it worked great. Over 200,000 people supported me, and because of that, we raised over $329,350 to the Immune Deficiency Foundation. I decided to do it again the next year. My last subathon was one of the biggest events I've ever done. The support was overwhelming, and I ended up getting over 300,000 subscribers and breaking the all-time sub record. But this also meant that we had raised $515,000 for the Immune Deficiency Foundation. I once again asked VShojo to make the donation on my behalf, but unfortunately, still a year later, VShojo has not paid the charity.
I wasn't a fan of VShojo as a company, and despite the fact that I haven't been a big VTuber fan in the past couple of years, primarily watching 1 to 2 VTubers at a time, I felt that I should cover this situation. Link in the description to Mouse's video, and if you have the money to spare, throw some towards the Immune Deficiency Foundation. With that said, I'm gonna get off for the night. If you like the coverage, like the video. If you disliked it, dislike it, and a subscription would be greatly appreciated. I've got a migraine, so I'm gonna go lay down. Have a great day.